would it kill ya?
Show those pearly whites. No. Woohoo!
Let's hear it for episode 2.
Season 2. Episode 2.
It's funny because we're kind of repeating last year because I feel like last year our second episode was about Brittany Broski.
Maybe
It's
full
all-
circle moment.
Everything repeats.
We're all...
Everything repeats. Did that even get posted?
I don't know. We can look, maybe.
I don't think
my
so.
God. Welcome back, guys. Today is Tuesday, September 26th. By the time you're seeing this, it's probably October.
Of 2024. We're never going to...
And we're back.
We're back!
You might notice a few things different. Lauren is
famous
famous now.
Have you been recognized yet?
Yes, I was walking down.
You're joking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
This is actually the holy trifecta of Pit Burger.
Yeah, we really are. Like, I hate to say it, but
we should
like,
do an ad for them on our podcast.
we literally did an ad for them when we did that like fundraise thing
Oh my God,
on
we
the
did.
Instagram Reels.
Oh yeah.
Insert clip here. When we actually start getting views, I'll start editing the video.
Okay.
We're not doing that yet.
Perfect.
Show us the views first, and then you
Show
guys
us
get
the
content.
views. Get us money, and you'll get content. It's that simple.
So, if you haven't noticed, I'm a little sick.
Wait, I thought we were gonna.
Well, I'm not sick. I'm post-sick, but I lost my voice. No, what's happening?
I thought you were gonna go right into Noel just because we prefaced. Clearly, it was.
Can I tell a story leading up to Noel real quick?
Yeah. This is your moment.
How my night went leading up to Noel. So, like, I found...
Yeah, you can't shut it off, so just stop it.
They can still hear it. We
Yeah,
just
it doesn't
can't.
matter.
So, I'll just wait a sec. So, little backstory... Whatever. Actually, I'm not giving any
Can you
backstory.
please?
Like, we have a club, and this club at our school, that we won't say, has people come and give us lectures, and we're in the club that,
Why
like,
do they call it a lecture?
I don't know.
Because it's like a lecture.
They're not teaching us shit.
And you can, I learned a lot last night, and you can, like, audition to be a moderator of the lecture, or, like, and then, like, there's other jobs, like ushers and stuff like that. It's just, like, running the whole show. And so, like, last week, the person that leads is, like, we're doing auditions for just moderators in general for the whole year.
I didn't have to re-audition. Did I tell you that? Sorry. Keep going.
Let her speak.
I'm so sorry. My meds haven't kicked in.
Taking my, no, don't blame it on your meds.
Yeah, you
It's
just
all
gotta.
good.
You gotta.
I'm good off that.
Lauren brought me my pills.
You're still not letting her
And
talk.
you're still interrupting me. Like, I did you a huge favor. Anyways, how are my fries tasting?
Really good.
Yeah. I come in with my lunch. It's like a bag like this. She goes, "Oh, did you bring me a snack?" No, I did not bring you a snack. Anyway, so,
And here we
and
go.
here we go. It goes for like 11 seconds.
Stop touching
Please?
things.
It's done.
No, it's not.
Again, they can still hear it. So, I just auditioned like for the whole year. And by the way, they were also like, we had the same, we had the knowledge that like Noel was coming in the next week.
Noel, who?
Noel Miller.
Can you tell us who that is?
He's a comedian and he does stand-up he does stand-up comedy. And he's on YouTube also, and he has a podcast with Cody Ko. Okay? Whatever.
Who's that?
I'm not, stop. You're being a dickhead.
I actually don't know him, so anyway, keep going.
Yeah, Annabelle thought his name was pronounced Nole. So, good thing she didn't do it. She would have been
said-
like, please, welcome to the stage. He would have, like, beat the shit out of you.
She kind of said. Your partner kind of said Noel one time, and everyone
Really?
was like, "What?"
Dude.
I was telling Elena, I was like, I found out his name is Noel. She goes, yeah, you said Noel a couple times, but I didn't want to correct you.
Yeah, so his name's Noel. Anyways, whatever. You guys know, Google.com. Like, it's totally fine.
Very famous. I was just trying to get to the point that you did something with a really famous person.
Thank you. I mean, like, we'll get there, but
A married famous person.
married. And I love his wife, Alina. Like, she's amazing. Anyway, she has a podcast.
Elena.
Alina. But, yeah. Did you know Annabelle has a girlfriend? Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's just like, that's a sensitive subject for me. How do you bring that up?
It's a sensitive subject.
Not really
for
a
you.
sensitive
You bring
subject
it up
if you bring it up 5 million times.
Anyways,
Hi, Elena.
So I was just auditioning to moderate just for the year. I was like, we'll get someone cool. I was like, no way am I doing Noel or getting Noel. Like, that's insane. Like, me and Noma were literally talking about, like, that would be so scary. Like, could you imagine? Like, he's so
I
mean.
did not want it at all. Like, I was like, if I could even explicitly say in the interview, I do not want this one, like, I will say it.
We both were like, if we both
I don't
got
want it at all.
We both were like, if we don't, we don't want it. But, like, if we both got the email together, we'd be like, okay, we have to do it.
You
like,
guys would have been so funny.
us together would be great. But
I don't.
Okay. But
I don't want to do it at all.
Okay.
So I didn't. I
They
respectfully
asked you?
stepped away.
They
Yeah,
asked you?
I respectfully stepped away.
I stepped down too.
I stepped down.
Okay, so this feels less special. But
No, you're so special.
so I was like, whatever. I was like, this is my year to be brave. Like, this is my bravery year. I'm serious. And so I was like, let me audition for this, blah, 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 whatever. And then 3 days go by. I get an email with this other girl, this freshman girl. Shout out to you. She's awesome.
She was great.
Yeah.
He liked her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said that she did a good job when they had the meet and greet. I'm jumping ahead. Also, I just want to say, I got a pattern notification about Lauren today that kind of fits in here. It says, you might be altering Lauren's direction in her career or influencing the person she is in the world, which I did by making her audition, so.
Yeah, thanks to Noah. She was like, just fucking do it. And so I get an email being like, congratulations, you're moderating the Noel Miller lecture. By the way, it's in 6 days. And I was like,
That one was timely. That was a good one.
yeah, that was good. And it was like, I was like excited, but I was nervous. I was like, oh my God. And then like I told some of my friends, and then immediately they're like, oh, I got tickets. Like, I'm going to do this. And I
We
was
support you.
no, it's so sweet. I love the support. It just like made me more nervous knowing that like people that I know are gonna be in the crowd, and then like when I put out my story to like remind people to get there at 8:15, like a bunch of people that I don't really talk to like slid up and were like, "Oh my God, you're doing that! That's gonna be hilarious!" And it's like, do you guys know I'm not going up there to be funny? Like I had to ask him like the stupidest questions in the world. But it turned out being fine. So anyways, this is a story about before, like 30 minutes before I have to be there. So I'm like leaving.
Stop touching
Please, you're
it.
done. I'm
Just
done.
stop
You're done.
touching
You're
it.
not allowed to touch it. So I had a public speaking class from 6 to 8:30 on Mondays. And yeah, it's a brave semester I'm doing. I have to take it. And he was like, you can leave early. So I left at 6:30, was going to go home, get ready, come back. I had to be there at 7:45. But I wanted to be there a little earlier. And so I'm walking out of Kathy. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking out of Kathy with this effer in my hand.
Real good.
And this.
I'm getting that in between.
And my bag. I'm like this, okay? And, you know, like those black trash cans that, like, are all around Kathy?
Just a trash
Like,
can.
the big black trash cans. Okay, so I'm, like, in my head now, I'm like, okay, like, I gotta go do a bunch of things, because, like, I looked like, I was wearing sweatpants. Like, I had to, like, go home and, like, get ready. And, I go to throw out my soda. And I throw out my phone into the trash can. And in my head, I didn't even realize I did that, so I kept walking. And then I was like, oh my God, I just threw out my phone. And I turn around. I'm like, oh, I'll just get it from the trash can. The trash can is filled with water.
Oh, because it was raining.
Because it was raining. So I was like, and then in my head, literally a split second, my head was like, just leave it. Like, in my head, I was like, just leave it. Like, there's people walking, like, to and fro, because people have, like, 6
How big?
whatever.
The trash can's like
I
the
would've
normal.
loved
No,
ones, right?
I had to dive into the trash can.
How tall is the
Cartoon mode.
trash can? They can't see that.
How'd you, like, did you have to, like, sliver your hand in there?
No, I had to. My literal, like, right here was at the tip of the trash can, and my entire body was, like, if you saw one of those
Like
cartoons,
if you
lift
were
it,
a
how'd you
nerd
get in
getting
there?
dunked
Like,
in a
that's my
trash
question.
I,
can.
like, jumped on it, and I went down.
Jumped
I
on
dove
it.
into the trash can, and I went, and now I have HIV probably because I put my hand in
Whoa!
that water. I'm serious.
Oh wait, you're a nurse. That's probably founded.
Polio,
Sorry.
probably.
And yeah,
That
see?
was a dark time for the country, dude.
So then I reach in and I grab it. It's drenched. So I'm like, I need to get this
It
dry.
is.
I would have started
now.
crying, to be
I
honest
almost
with
did.
you.
I need to get this
Well,
dry now,
our
right?
phones are waterproof. You know that, right?
Still, like, it was in the trash can water. Like,
So
that would've
I
been grossing
run
me
into
out.
Kathy because I'm like, they have like those like blowers.
Blow dryer.
Yeah, they have like those like hand
Hand dryer?
dryers.
Yeah.
And so I go into there. Well, first of all, I took the wrong left and I ran into a wall. And I kept going because I thought it was the elevators.
How fast are you running?
I was like speed walking. And I went into the bathroom. All of them don't work.
The hand dryer?
Yeah, the hand dryer. So I'm like, great, I'll just go home. So then I go home. Phone's also on 8%.
What type of phone do you have?
11 Pro.
Oh, you were in deep then.
Fuck. Okay. So then I get home. I don't even take my case off because I'm stupid. And I just go to plug it in.
No, that's how I broke my phone. I plugged it in when it was wet.
Stop. It's totally fine. Look. Hold on. You're being snipped off. Look at this. This is what happens when I plugged it in.
Yeah, that's what happened
So
to me.
then I overrid that bit. I was like, I have to get it charged. Like, I have to get it charged. And,
You're gonna waste your phone.
and so I unplugged it, put it in rice for 10 minutes, like, got dressed. Also, like, the outfit that I picked out didn't, like, look good, so then I had to pick out a different outfit.
What was your original outfit?
It was, like, this long sleeve, but it's too fucking hot. And I was like, I'm gonna sweat. And I'm glad I did, because when I got there, I was so sweaty. Because it got so muggy out. And then I charged it, I overrid it, I was like, whatever. And then I'm, like, looking for my AirPods. Because before my class, I had my AirPods in, and I took them out, and I just threw them in my bag. Like, I had, like, a tote bag, and I didn't put them in the case.
Why?
Because I'm stupid. Are you not understanding? And so I go to, like, grab them. This is actually on the walk home with my wet phone. And I go to grab them to, like, play some music.
Stop.
I can't find. Stop!
I literally didn't mean to hit that one.
Hit anything at all. We already said don't hit anything.
Yeah. Thank you. No. I lost one of my AirPods. And I think it's in the trash can, or because I was like, when I dove,
Is it
maybe.
still in your bag, maybe? Why would
Oh, I never checked my bag. Why
Hey,
would
that's sad.
Why would
That's
I
cool.
say I lost my AirPods if I didn't check where I thought I lost?
Yeah, but
my
like
AirPods?
maybe they.
And
like, they're
okay, so
still
then
in
What
I'm,
kind
like,
of do you have like
walking home.
normal AirPods?
Yeah.
I have extra ones. I'm
Dude,
just saying.
This is awesome.
Like on me
I
right now,
like-
actually.
I lost the right one.
Are you
Great.
rich?
No.
Dude, thank
I got
you.
new AirPods and then I gave my case away, so I just have the AirPods loosely
would
in my
love-
backpack.
I would love that.
I almost was looking up like what can I do? Can I trade them in for like $2 or something?
I'll give you $2.
Or a gift card.
Yeah, a gift card or
Trade 'em in
something.
for a
Like they're
Dude.
like the normal, like regular
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk
They're like the
after.
normie, like poor people
Yeah,
ones,
they're
because I
the
still
poor
have those
people
ones.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
So I like try to do the sound thing,
Oh yeah.
and it only does the one in my ear. So now I'm like, it was super fucking loud, and I was like, damn. And so then I just get,
You
I'm
had
like,
the one in your ear when you tried to play the sound.
so then I get home and I whatever, I get ready. I'm like, whatever, this is like a problem for later. And then I get to Noel, and then I'm in the green room with him.
The green.
Story time.
Story time, I got blindsided a little bit, but I adapted fantastically, I would say. Because he, like, the original thing is, like, the lecture is, like...
The thing that we do for every single
The
lecture
thing that we do
ever.
for every single lecture, no matter who it is we talk...
Even
like,
Pitbull.
we ask questions for 45 minutes. Like, so these questions, like, should take a while.
And
like,
they're written
and, like,
prior.
he should, like... Yeah, and they're written prior, like, with the club, and then we narrowed it down. We have 13 questions.
And sometimes you don't even get through all the questions.
Yeah. And, like, whatever. So... He gets there, super sweet guy, like, very personable, so chill. Like, he is how you see him on YouTube.com. And he was like, he opened up our binder, and he was like, yeah, so these people paid for this, right? And we're like, yeah, $5. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to do my stand-up comedy show. And we were like, okay, like, that's awesome. We have these questions, though, and he was like, we can run through these in, like, 15 minutes. And it's like 13 questions in 15 minutes. Like, yeah, it's doable. We did it. But it's like there was no room to, like, transition, talk about anything. Like, so it just, I was worried it was going to be choppy as hell. Mm-hmm. And, like, he then, when we were talking, he was like, yeah, I'm going to bust on you guys and do, like, one-word answers. Ha, 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 ha. And it's like, ha, 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 ha. Like, ha 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 ha. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. He was like, hey, have you guys ever been in front of a crowd this big? And like, just like saying shit that it's just like, I know you're just trying to be funny. Like, it's funny. Like, it didn't bother me because actually at this point I wasn't nervous at all. I was like, this is my guy. Like, whatever. Like,
you're like, this fucker's doing a comedy show.
yeah, I'm like, it's actually fine now. I only have to be on stage for 15 minutes.
Was the other girl like kind of upset?
She
I
was.
feel like I would be kind of upset.
I couldn't tell if she was upset because like we didn't have time to talk because he was in the room, but she was nervous.
Do you feel like if it wasn't like if it was removed, like if you weren't the moderator, do you think that would like overall? I feel like that setup did work better for the kind of person that he is.
I totally agree.
Like it just
I'm
made
so
more sense.
happy
But
it
I was like,
happened.
it does suck because
It
like
sucks
if
if
you
you-
were actually excited to do it and prepared, but like overall, it just made a lot more sense.
No, it
especially
did.
especially since they did pay for it.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm
Yeah.
Low
glad.
key, like
That's why I said it. I'm glad I was only on stage for 20 minutes. And
It worked really well.
and it ended up being fine. Like I feel like the flow was totally fine and like he was very funny. And I got good feedback. So it's like it's whatever. And it was great.
Didn't the girl who had car service, like he walked by himself or something?
I have no idea.
oh
I
yeah,
heard that.
yeah.
That's
I was like,
Lot of
I actually would've
rumors.
cried if I had car service.
yeah, and I'm sure nobody did on the way back.
True.
like,
he was
imagine.
Bye.
And like
No.
the people that won the VIP tickets.
Oh my god, this poor girl.
You know, what are you gonna do? And then
I
like
need my solo shot sent to my phone. Bro.
I need my picture.
You gotta post,
I
Lauren.
I know.
I wasn't expecting that.
That
we were
was
gonna do
crazy.
solo
Yeah, we
shots,
all got
and
solo
looked-
shots with
I
him.
looked like shit. I take my hair out because it was up, and I literally look at Lauren. I go, "How does it look?" She goes, "Good."
What are you talking about?
I
This
looked
never
at
happened.
myself. Yes, it did.
No,
right
it didn't.
before. I
Whoa,
said,
you're
"How's my hair
gaslighting the
look?"
fuck out of her.
And you said it looks good.
Okay.
I look at myself after I take this shot. I look like shit. Like actual great. My hair is not even like. I look back.
I
Like,
just didn't
there's
have. I
a
wouldn't
piece
have
of
said
hair
that.
that's like this. And I'm like,
That's
can't
okay.
wait for my pic. I don't
And then
know,
also like
so I'm okay
the
with
serve
that.
the quality of the picture already is gonna be a zero. So then on top of that, looking
Yeah.
like shit.
So
is gonna be
overexposed.
over.
We're
I
so
was like, I
dark.
know I'm gonna have to go in and fucking wait. Oh my god, let's all say like how the meet and greet experience. Like, what did you do? Like, I was in the back of the line. I didn't realize
I
you
didn't
guys all
know we
walked
were
up.
supposed to talk to him. I didn't want to talk.
Everyone
to
wasn't
him.
talking. We were just watching. Like, I was kind of watching everyone else go, and I was like, how? First of all, I don't know how to pose. Like, what? I can't put my arm around you. He was just standing
Yeah,
still.
and he just
The
felt
first
like
one,
he
he just
didn't
stood with his hands to like down, and I was like, I don't know how to approach a person.
I
like
think
that
I
and,
did
like,
that.
take a
I
picture.
think I was like,
I did
literally
this.
like
I went like this.
I didn't do anything.
Because when I walked up, I was like, I know he's gonna make something about him being short. And as soon as I walk up, he like stands on his tiptoes, and I was like, oh, do you want me to like crouch down?
Oh, you're
And
so
he was like,
funny.
no, yeah, I'm funny. He was like,
He goes, "Don't cry" to me. I said,
don't
I
cry.
don't even fucking
Oh,
know
I
you.
thought he was joking about your voice.
Well, he was like, "Don't cry," because I was like, "Hello," and
Oh.
he was like, "Oh, don't cry," and I was like,
oh, he thought you were getting
I'm
choked
sad.
up.
That's funny.
"I was like, I'm sick."
That is really
That is funny. Yeah. So I hope the picture. I think my picture would be funny.
Yeah, I'm
Funny
I
for a
think it'll
story
be
post. I
funny.
think. I'm
What
liking
I
my
want to
story
do
post.
is I want to put on my story and do one of his music. One of his.
Oh, you're not gonna make
No,
like a main
okay,
post.
so I
No,
didn't-
but maybe if Tom took pictures of me on stage, I'll do one of those.
that like
It's
like a-
tradition.
in like
it's
a-
literally tradition.
I don't know if he did it. I don't remember.
There
seeing
He
was
it.
definitely
there's
does.
another girl with a
Yeah, there's a
camera.
bunch
Yeah,
of
but-
people with
and
cameras.
she's good.
We're not
She
gonna
took
get
my
those
pictures for
pictures.
Dylan. Yeah, you will. They'll like post them on Pit News and stuff.
Yeah, like look for Pit
That's
News,
what-
and that's how I got my
Pit
pictures
News
too.
On what platform?
On Pit News. Oh my
Like
god.
.com,
Yes,
pitnews.com?
they'll write an article about the thing and they'll add your pictures. Take the pictures off that article.
Okay.
It's probably already up, to be honest.
Credit them.
Anyway, so
Credit them.
I had a blast. I'm so glad I did it. Like in my head when I was nervous like a week ago, I was like, if you don't do this, you're stupid. Like
No, literally.
I also couldn't say no. Like but it was great and I am so happy that I did it with him too. And like it makes me feel good. People after were like, I can't believe like he looks so hard to talk to.
Yeah,
Like,
you did.
Yeah,
so
seriously,
well.
I'd be freaking out.
I
I
would
wouldn't even
not
know how
to
to
do.
do it. Yeah.
I don't know. How
You were like funny because I feel like you're really good at that type of humor where it's like, we kind of do it with each other, but like I don't think I could do that with a total stranger.
Kind of like Bobby.
busting your balls.
Yeah, right. No,
I don't think I
I'm
could
so
do that.
used to that, I guess. So I think it was totally
Like
fine. Like
you were
being a
nabbing
little
on
made
him
fun of.
and he was nabbing on you, and it was working.
a lot worse has been said to me. So I think like
Source, can you say it?
source. No, I can't.
Can you say that out loud? Is it stuff I have said?
No, Annabelle, it's not you.
Who treated you like that?
Stop. We said, can you not
Don't
touch
hit
the
anything.
soundboard anymore?
Why am I a sound engineer if you're
And
not
like
gonna let me do it?
my
That's
fear,
self-proclaimed.
my fear was him making fun of me in front of 500 people, but then he did, and it was awesome.
And
So it's like, wait, you called me a bitch?
Are you into that?
No. But it was just funny.
Nothing wrong with it.
And it was funny because we talked about nursing in the green room for like 25 minutes, so then him bringing it back up was hilarious.
What did you talk about?
Well, he just is like, he was like, what are your guys' majors? And I was like, nursing. And then the other girl was like, whatever. And he was like, no money, some money to me. And then he was like, laughing. He was like, how do you feel about the stereotype that all nurses are assholes? And I was like, you know, I don't know what to do about it. Like,
You're
whatever.
Like, correct.
And he was like, well, I just grew up with a lot of nurses and they're cunts. He said that. And I was like, yeah. He was like, but it's understandable. Like, you go home at 7 a.m. after seeing dead bodies. You pull up to Starbucks and somebody's like, why the long face? And it's like, I've seen shit that you've never seen before. Like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, talking about the job. I don't know. It was like all economy. He was like, oh, and I was like, shut up. Like, I don't know. So then,
Old man.
Yeah. So then him saying on stage.
It was funny because I don't know any of his like lore, and so all the jokes people were making, I was like, so you said that shit about his music career. I thought you were serious.
was. That's what's funny.
That was funny.
Because we get that question about like, what's your inspiration for music? That's like one of the questions I had to ask.
Does he have a music career?
Okay, so him and Cody like have beats like that they make, and they make songs. Like, have you ever heard the song where it's like, I'm actually not gonna do it.
But are they like joke songs?
It's joke
Some of them
songs.
are like parody, like kind of funny things, and then some of them like they have this guise of like this is a joke, but kind of like low key. It's like one of those things where it's like this is a joke song, but it's like good.
But like stream it type.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know like if he wants. Like, if I read that question as a joke and it wasn't a joke to him and, like, he actually wants to pursue music, I look like the biggest asshole in the world. So I had to pose it, like, do you have inspiration with music? And it turned out fine because everybody thought that was hilarious. That I was
He said, funniest thing said all night, this gal.
And we gave her a standing ovation.
Comedy.
So, like, I couldn't have said it any other way.
I have to tell you something. I already told you. But
What?
I can't say it because it's illegal.
What is it? Okay.
I think they picked it up.
They didn't.
Hello?
Wake up! Wake up!
Okay.
Sorry, our computer went dark.
So, yeah, and then I don't remember in what context did I say great. I forget, like, why
I think he just responded to a. Oh wait, I remembered something that you did that I like wrote down because I wanted to talk. The very end where you're like, you could do your stand up or whatever. That was so funny, dude. That was so funny. That was so funny. Like, that was fucking funny. Because you guys just stopped talking and I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, because like I didn't know how to lead into it, so I was like,
you can do your stand up or whatever.
Do your stand up. And then he was like, oh, you can do your little stand up. You're a bitch.
Of course she made her a nurse. She's a bitch.
And then we had to get off. It was a great way
It was
to
really
end
funny.
it.
Yeah,
It
it really
a great way
was.
to
And
end
his
it.
stand-up was great. He was really good.
It's a lot.
I was also like, is he allowed to say these things at a school? I didn't know.
No, I don't know.
Tom probably was about to kill himself.
Tom, when we talked to Tom after, and he was like, honestly, I liked it. I was like, okay, cool.
Why? Why did
Cool,
you?
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who is even there to check? Like, it's
What?
literally, he's like the only adult there.
You need to relax.
What is going on?
I'm good. Oh yeah, you can ask some stuff.
That's what I was.
Just ask with words next time.
Do you hear what I sound like? Sometimes I
Yeah,
don't
you're
have-
still talking and you're still holding a mic, right? Eat some tea.
And then the Q&A, they always do a Q&A. And when we were back in the green room, we were like, yeah. And then after, like, it'll be Q&A. And they all were like, him and his manager were like, "Ooh, Q&A, that never goes well for us, or do we really have to do that?" And she was like, yeah. It always goes fine. And he was like, "How are you going to navigate the crowd, like, all not, like, just, like, storming to get up there?" And she was like, "That, like, never happens."
Like, what do you mean?
Like, that doesn't happen. Like, I wanted to be like, we had Brittany Broski and it was fine, but I didn't want to, like, I just feel like Brittany Broski is bigger than him. Like, I feel like more people know who Brittany Broski is.
Even like, not even on that level, but I feel like Brittany Broski has fans that would do that, and that didn't happen. Maybe that's, like, a different way to say it. But, yeah, like,
I
relax.
guess he's just paranoid. I understand, because he was saying he's had, like, some really bad crowd interactions, like, people, like, running onto the stage, like, while he's doing stand-up. So I guess he's just, like, it's like, okay, get some security then. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
He said that?
No, I'm thinking that in my head. So I'm just, like, whatever. And then it turned out, like, the questions were, like, corny as hell. Like, the one that was like, "What would you do if someone peed on your foot?"
That's your student.
Was my student.
Dude, you need to talk to him. I'm serious.
That was really crazy.
And then the woman funny girl.
Oh.
That wasn't even the worst. I think that the pee on the foot one was the worst. Sorry. I think the pee on the foot one was the worst, and I think that the Halloween costume one was just a waste of time. I was like, guys.
But then she said something like, "I'm trying not to pass out right now."
Yeah, and I was like, sit down. And then her original question was fine.
The cringe one was the worst.
These people might watch.
I don't care.
Take notes. Don't come to a lecture like that and do that again. It was ridiculous.
Somebody went up there and was like, something about "that's cringe." And it's funny because in the green room we were talking about.
That's cringe?
So that's like they're
so
like
that's like they kind of blew up. Him and Cody used to react to videos that are cringy on YouTube.
Okay.
And they had a series called that, like Girl Defined.
Yes. Elena was saying that was like one of her videos she used to watch all the time.
Yeah. They like reacted to that like blew up. And that was like 6-7 years ago.
They used
to. Now they have a podcast company. They have a production
company.
Their
own thing.
They do their own thing.
What they did.
He does a stand-up. Cody DJs now, whatever. They both still have their YouTube channels, but they don't really collab like that.
I watched his trains video.
Cody
right before my race.
It's amazing.
Because I liked it, and I'm a runner, so I liked watching his stuff. But I've never seen like anything. I think I just missed that wave. I don't know where it was.
I don't know where you were either.
When did you first start watching?
In high school.
Okay, I feel like I don't know what I was
like sophomore year. Like all my full friend group was like loved them.
I was surprised.
It was Cody heavy though.
There's a lot of guys here. I thought all of his fans were teenage girls, and she was like, "No, that's his audience."
Yeah, which is scary. I don't like
that's what I thought there were gonna be more guys there. I was expecting it to be like
it was woman heavy though.
Guys.
Yeah,
I was expecting more, so I was shocked when you said that. But also I was like, it's not even as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I guess I saw him more as like an influencer that's also like hot. Like I don't know. Like I don't think he's hot, guys. But like
no, he's very much like comedy bro. Like when that girl said the funny question for me was like. The same girl that was like cringy that then was like, how does it feel to be inspiring male podcasters? That made me laugh really hard. But I was like, no, that's like what I thought the turnout was going to be. A bunch of like incel guys.
Yeah, that one guy in the crowd was like so hype. But the cringe question, somebody was like, something about that's cringe. And it's just funny because in the green room, he was like talking about how he hates when people bring that shit up. Like he talked about like fan interactions. He was like, yeah, when people bring up that's cringe, I'm like, you're watching That's Cringe now and you're discovering me through that now. Or like they're like, oh, you're the guy with Cody. And you just like gets annoyed by that, which is like super valid. So I think that question definitely pissed him off. I mean, his reaction was like something 7 fucking years ago.
But it's funny because he did say that during your guys' questions too. Like he didn't say That's Cringe specifically, but he was like alluding to like things that were that old. And then she asked that question and I was like, oh.
I know, like
but yeah, because they say it all the time too. Like anyway. But it was so like formative. Like it's just gonna be something that they have to accept. It's gonna follow.
Also, I'm like, I'm watching it now because I don't know you, so I'm gonna learn about it.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That's why I'm like, I get that complaint. I feel like we talked about this last season, and I think I brought it up when I was talking about like a project that I did, but it was like about artists, and then when they get famous from a song on TikTok, but it's like, yo, dude, like low key, that is. You know, that's what's giving you a platform. But then it's also like, damn, that sucks that your platforms won't let you, like, move on. And it just sucks, but it's just a hard thing. Because I'm like...
It's hard.
It's like, yes, it's just kind of like the people you work for are your viewers when you work in social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I would understand if he only worked in comedy, then, like, well, I guess that is also the people that come to see you. I don't know. And
It's
hard.
tricky.
It's hard. It's a hard life being an influencer.
It's a hard knock life.
Hard knock life.
Yeah, he was like in the group. He was like, "It's great, you guys are getting regular jobs," and I was like, "It's such a backhanded compliment."
Regular jobs? I'm confused.
Like as opposed to
Like,
content creation.
Because we're boring and not successful.
Oh.
We're never gonna be
Interesting.
I was like,
I
okay.
will say, for a very long time, I had a very big, not complex, but anxiety and like weird goal that I was like, I genuinely really felt like I needed to like, at some point in my life, be famous. I know it sounds really fucking
No, I
ridiculous,
had the same thing.
but like I was so like, that's what I thought like I really wanted. So it was like, if I didn't do it, it wasn't like, it was like a failure because I thought I wanted it. Not as much that I wanted people to see me. I just thought I really want to be famous. Then recently I was like, the concept of forever really scares me. And I was like, when you sign up for fame, it is actually, like, you will never be a normal person again. And I feel like people said that all the time. Even when I had this, like, fantasy that I wanted it. But for some reason recently, I feel like it was a video I saw. It was like Olivia Rodrigo or something. And I was like, for the rest of her life, like, it is different. And I was like, honestly, at this point, I think I've just realized that there's better things in life that are more worth it than, like, I would love to be famous for, like, a couple of years and then be able to erase it from public memory. But, like, you will never get to not be famous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for the rest of your, like, I was thinking about Taylor Swift. I was
She
like,
was in that popcorn. Did you see that?
what?
At the Chiefs game, to leave the box, she was put in the popcorn machine so she could leave.
I didn't know that.
Did not know
But that's the
that.
thing, is like, it's like, oh, she's so, and she's an extreme example, but I was like, her
Wait,
life
I literally wrote this down.
forever,
I wrote that down too.
forever, she will never be a normal person again. And the concept that you can never go back, that something is permanent, is really scary for me.
So scary.
I literally
Anyway,
wrote
that was
down,
my
like,
thought, but I was
larger
like-
than life celebrities freak me the fuck out. And I put Harry Styles as an example.
Continue your.
And I said, well,
thought.
I was going to say what other celebrities can we add to that list. So definitely Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
But, like, Harry Styles, and then this goes into a different thing, but I saw a picture of Harry Styles, and, like, it's I was just thinking about, I think because I've grown and just liking Harry Styles since I was, like, a child, and it was like, okay, that's Harry Styles, One Direction, whatever. But now he's, like, larger than life, genuinely. Like, it's not some type of person that could walk down the street anymore. Like, his life, seeing him now when he's not touring and is just living in London, and, like,
Yeah.
people are walking into him in the street, it's like,
Your life can never
you can't
be normal again.
like, you can't normally, that's the rest of your life, and that's really
I
terrifying.
feel
Like,
bad.
it's just
I
like,
do.
yeah, it's like your
I
name,
love
I don't know,
going to
you're
the
like
grocery
public
store.
domain, like, you are public
That's the
domain.
thing, you, like, people, not that people own you, but, like, they do.
Yeah, and
like-
also, like, you have pressure to, like
Like,
be
you don't
on
owe
all the
anyone
time. Like,
anything.
nothing is, like, there's not been anything where he's come out and been, like, an asshole. So he has to keep that image of, like, being a nice person for the rest of his life.
That's my thing. I could do that for a couple years, but if I knew that it would never end, I honestly, like, I'm starting to get why, like, and this isn't insensitive, but, like, it's dark, but, like, I get why, like, celebrities, like, kill themselves and, like a lot of times, because I'm like, if I had to be 70 years old, and I guess, like, yes, your fame does go away, but, like, Taylor Swift, when she's 70, is still going to be Taylor Swift. Regardless if she's still making music. And I'm like, if I knew that when I'm 70, like, there's so many other issues in your life that are going to be happening when you're 70, if you have to deal with also being famous, I'm like, it'll never end. Like, that just seems like being in prison
Especially
for the rest of
now.
your life to me.
I was, because,
Like,
yeah.
if I was sentenced to prison for the rest of my life, I mean, maybe I could have fun with it. I don't know. But, like, if I was sentenced to, like, solitary confinement for the rest of my life, I would be like, okay, I'm just going to die.
I would just kill myself.
Exactly. And so, like, I think about these people who, like, genuinely, their life is trapped for the, and
Well,
I guess,
I would not compare, like, Meryl Streep's life to being in solitary confinement. I don't know. I just want to personally do that.
I feel like there's also pockets
Yeah,
of the
that's
world where we
fair.
don't see those people, and they are, like, totally fine.
yeah, I would
So
get an
I think it's just, like,
island.
they're rich enough to, like, have their private places
True.
that they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because, like, at the end of the day, they're still living, and they still, like, go out and
Yeah.
party and stuff. I was watching, like, Alex Earl, and on like a podcast or something,
Yeah.
and she was talking
What
about
podcast are you watching her?
she started a new podcast,
Yeah, it's called
and
Hotness.
I was like, what's
And
going
she's
on?
on Call
I had
Her
no
Daddy.
idea.
I knew that she
I
was
had
on
no idea about like whatever the fuck's going on in her relationship. Like I don't follow this
I
girl.
know,
So like she was like,
talking
I'm
to some
talking it
NFL
all.
guy.
But what was sending me is like her blow up, like from being literally a senior in college and then like being like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Very loosely when she talked about how like people would write stories about her and stuff and like gossip about her and she couldn't say anything. And like for that to be like for that to happen in a celebrity thing, but also just to be like a normal person a year ago and then to navigate that like as like there's nothing you can do. It's like crazy. Like no matter what you say, it can be spun like that. I don't think I'd be able to handle that because it's just like you're supposed to just take it on the chin and then let it resolve itself. But if it doesn't, then you're just stuck being called like I think in her case she was like accused of like cheating or something.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing
She
you can say.
started dating this guy that another girl that's like in content dated, and it was like a weird overlap.
Yeah, and she had no idea. And she
Yeah,
had to like
she
go
didn't
public
know.
about her like private life.
Yeah.
To be like,
You
I
have to prove yourself.
Yeah,
To be
to
like,
prove
I
yourself.
wasn't a homewrecker.
I would
that's
never do
hard.
that
Like,
type of stuff. It was
I-
like crazy.
I was honestly thinking about that like yesterday about like Rachel Zegler because like I follow her on Twitter and look, me and Noma, Laura, I don't know if you're included in this.
I was talking to Tom about this.
What?
Me and Noma, as we are the B-Way Broadway fans, we've been following Rachel Zegler since
Yeah, I
like
don't
we were
really
in
know
high
her.
school, middle school,
She like
when she
blew
was
up.
hosting.
Yes.
It was like
I'm gonna
she
look
had
at
Her
this
Shrek the
concert- yeah.
musical.
Like she would sing covers on YouTube and like that's honestly what I used to watch instead of like Cody Co like and all that. Sorry, my nose rings itchy.
I wouldn't
I'm
say.
serious. I am so serious. That's what I was watching. I was watching like Rachel
Sorry,
Zegler
Noel.
sing.
I was watching
Noel.
Rachel Zegler.
I was watching her sing like anything, or anyways, which is a really good song. But like all this stuff, right? And then she blows up from what's it called?
Shallow.
West Side Story.
Oh.
Oh well, yeah. But like she gets What are you looking at? Oh, okay. She's gonna be Snow White, and she's in the new Hunger Games movie.
Oh.
No,
that bitch?
exactly.
Ah, see.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank God that you noticed that you brought this up. Listen, everyone has their flaws, whatever. Like,
She's a theater kid through and
she's a
through.
theater kid, but like she randomly blew up, and then like got really, like she was fine for a little bit, and then recently has been really hated by the internet for like this whole Snow White thing, whatever. And I was thinking about it, I was like, God, because I follow her on Twitter. And, like, listen, like, I don't think she's, like, a perfect person. But I'm also, like, the way people are acting is so ridiculous and so bandwagon-y.
Yeah.
And also very rooted in, like, it's just, like, it's funny because I think some of the critiques of her that people repeat aren't, like, meant to be rude, per se, like, because of, like, her or her playing Snow White or, like, this stuff. But the people who started those bandwagons, the people who started saying that stuff, I do think that's the ones that like were rooted in like this is like not a white actor playing Snow White. Like those people who started these bandwagons are rooted in something else. And like then the internet hears this and then it becomes a joke. And it's no one's fault on the internet when they like participate in a joke because they don't know where the joke's coming from. Anyway, that's my thought on the
Aside.
Rachel Zegler criticism. But I was seeing her Twitter and she was like getting so much hate. And I was literally just thinking about it and I was like, damn, if I was her, like, I'd be so sad. But then I was literally like, I think I've seen the internet do this enough times, like with JoJo Siwa, like with all this shit where I'm like, I know that in 3 fucking months, Hunger Games is gonna come out.
Her.
Oh,
Oh, she's
be like,
Hunger
we
Games
did
girl?
her wrong.
Yes.
Same thing
That's
that they did
amazing.
with Jennifer Lawrence, Brie Larson. Everyone's notice these are all women. Everyone's gonna be like, we did her wrong. Like, oh my gosh, like wait, blah blah blah. And like I was thinking, I was like, if I was her, I would like
Just
have
wait it
to
out.
wait it out. But I was like,
That would be
She
so
is
hard.
vocal.
like she's vocal, and that's not
That's
helping
the-
her case.
yeah.
But I'm also like, I
What
think,
would you do?
What would I do? Like if everyone's attacking me,
I'd
personally,
probably tweet "fuck y'all."
no.
She
Exactly.
did though.
She did.
I would like
She
whatever.
did though.
But I genuinely think that like people do this thing where like they hate you and then they don't hate you and whatever, and it switches up so fast that like if I was a celebrity, I would have to focus that my public image is actually nothing about me and it's a game.
Right.
But to have to split up my mind like that,
Yeah, it's
Jesus
kind of crazy.
Christ.
Like you can't, and it's also
Yeah.
like, for me now, like right now, I use social media.
Yeah.
Like it would be, I'd have to eliminate it. Like
Oh,
I
I
would
could
have
never
to
go on
eliminate it.
it.
I would never be able to go on Twitter because it's
read
all
so
people
much.
talking about me, no.
I would
Yeah.
literally.
So like that's
have
probably
your
why. I mean,
hobbies.
I think that but she like is an active user of Twitter, and all her tweets that she retweets are like people hate. She'll like her responding
She'll
to people that
quote
hate. Yeah, like that's all she could do is because that's all her platform is. So like then it would be like I'd have to stop using all the stuff I like to use.
And that's what she kind of got famous. Besides being a Broadway girl, she was also just like on Twitter. Like she was like very online.
Yeah.
And like that's something that like I feel like is a very normal thing for like people our age.
Yeah.
So like again, it's those people that randomly get famous, and like half of the reason that they got famous is because they were so online. But now like your brand of being, or like even think about Brittany Broski, like her whole thing is being a fangirl, and she doesn't really get a lot of hate. So like, you know, her situation is a little different, but something like that of like your whole thing is being online and a fangirl and being funny, and then that's also where all of your hate is coming from. You can't abandon it because that's what your like craft is.
Right.
I mean, for her, she's also an actor too, but like I guess like Charlie D'Amelio, her whole thing is to be online. So like if all online hates you, but you also have to be online to like do your job. Jesus Christ.
So what do you think about some of those clips her press tour for Snow White?
You
go first.
I just think that people just ran. Like, I mean, I think that
People
all
ran.
that she said was what it is. Like, at the end of the day, I'm referring to the one where she's describing the story, and she said that she's not, like, Snow White isn't going to be, like, chasing after a man, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's probably what
No, there's, like, a different one.
Which one are you talking about?
I, like, can't even, like, tell you what. This was, like, a month ago, but it was, like, a compilation on TikTok.
No, and that's
I've seen
I forget what she said, but I was just
she's
like,
just
a little
for
cringe.
me.
I
I
wasn't
see
like,
her.
I hate this woman. And she
No, I
should've
see
twice
her as a
White.
cringe like theater kid.
just
Like
cringe,
she's just that's what it is. Like
But my
I've seen
thing is-
people that act like her.
Yeah.
So like it's not weird to me. It's literally just like that's her,
Yeah.
and also she's super talented, and she's gonna do what she will.
Even
Like
she's doing Hunger
this is
Games,
something
that's
that she is like. It just makes sense. Like I don't see anything wrong, and also like what she's saying isn't out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I know the one that people were mad about is like the strike, and she was like, if I'm gonna stand in a dress for 8 hours, like I deserve to get paid or compensated.
like,
and people were
yeah.
pissed, and I think that wasn't even about her.
yeah.
It just was about people are just annoyed about the strike in general. Like they were just like, actors don't deserve our pity. So like that was, I feel like that wasn't even at her.
But
It was
it's
just
like,
her speaking out and being an actor,
Yeah.
and then that they
She
just ran with
still
it.
has
I think that
problems.
she is just like cringe by nature, and that's that. Like I don't think it's this. I think people are just gonna hate her regardless, and especially because straight up people are racist, and she's not backing down from being
Like,
proud of her
yeah.
roots. So people are gonna be mad at her regardless, and she's not gonna stop doing that. They're not gonna stop doing it. There's nothing that could happen.
That's what makes me mad about the internet getting involved, is because I'm like, people don't like the compilations and stuff. Like those are just like jokesters, but the people who started getting her into this conversation that she's evil
They're racist.
are the people that like were like, she's not white, she's playing Snow White, like blah blah blah. Those people got
It's
it
like
into
Little
the
Mermaid.
discussion. Exactly. But like Little Mermaid, it was just the racist
Yeah.
one. Like I don't think I saw any things about like
No, she did also
like like people who like
wasn't
aren't
super
racist
cornball.
saying
Oh
shit.
yeah.
But like my thing is, if you're cringe, odds are maybe like people weren't extremely nice to you, or like maybe like you know you went through some shit like blah blah. But odds are every day people are not going to be making fun of you to your face, right? Like if like you're a theater kid or whatever, and I speak because I was one. You know, maybe like you've gotten some side comments, and like totally you might have like had a hard time in school, but like normally that's not like people aren't gonna like adults are not going to come up to you in your workplace and like say out of pocket shit like blah blah blah. And I get it, you're a celebrity, that's like people just have opinions and they throw them at you, but like I think it's just so like all she's doing is just like being a little cringe
and promoting her movie.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
and
like
the thing that pisses me off the most is like everyone's like
Everybody's gonna watch
feminism, like this is so like what's wrong with feminism. I'm like, no, because if we want to get into what's wrong about feminism, maybe we direct the conversation to like TERFs, or like I don't know, just like when
Let's talk about-
feminism isn't like intersectional, like all that stuff. I'm like, everybody's mad because this one fucking girl says the thing about her movie that she didn't fucking
Right,
write.
literally. That's the part that pisses me off the most. It's like, you think that she went into the boardroom and said, we're going to actually change the entire story. No, they wrote it up and then they cast her and she read the script and then she's telling you what the script says and you're getting mad at her for that. Like grow the fuck up. Like, you're so mad and she's proud of it because it's probably going to be done cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say, like, it's going to be awesome, but, like, I think that...
No, I
think it's going to be done in a way that is going to be refreshing and not, like, whatever, and people are getting mad. Like, I think that it's also just, like, the conversation of everything being redone, da-da-da-da-da. Like, okay, but Disney's been doing this since we were in middle school with Cinderella, and no one was saying anything.
No one was mad about it.
So now all of a sudden... And they definitely changed stuff, and it definitely wasn't as great as the original. Sure, nostalgia's never going to be beaten, but, like, deal with it. Like, just fucking deal with it. It's not for you.
You have other things to worry
My God.
about.
It's so annoying.
It just makes me mad because everyone's like, it's girl boss feminism. Like, fuck
it's just
this
the
girl.
worst person to be in this situation.
Yeah, she's just
not the
good
person to be
representative of it. But I'm like, and this is no shade to Barbie. It's because I liked Barbie. Like, but everybody was like kind of mad at like the stupid commentary about Barbie. Like when they were like, this is too simple feminism. Like blah 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 blah. Is like some valid whatever, but the complaints of that type of Barbie movie are not the same complaints that Snow White is getting. When it is the same thing. It is woman doesn't need man. And like then people are like, well, what if I want to be with man? Bitch, go see Greta Gerwig's Little Women. They do that too. Fucking Meg is like, I want to be with a man. That's totally fucking fine. Nobody's talking to you.
And at the end of the day, Snow White is still going to have the prince. Like, they're acting like the prince is eliminated from the story. No, it's just not going to be that she's relying on him the whole time. Maybe she'll have a couple of solo scenes and maybe an extra song, and you're getting upset. Like, grow the fuck up.
Little Mermaid was still about, she gave up her voice for a man still. Like, that still happened, guys.
It's so
That's
stupid.
Great. Good for you.
Yeah, I just have to say, I'm not for the Rachel Zegler. Hey, I think it's just get a life. She can not to say that she is not cringe. There are things I've seen and I've cringed at her, but I know that it is just. What are you gonna? She is a theater kid. Like, you guys just don't know.
They're all like, she's an ex-Rachel Berry. I was like, okay, Rachel Berry is a character. She is a character. They're like, she gives Leah Michele. I was like, Leah Michele is outwardly racist to her cast members. If Rachel's like, if that comes out and she says that, I will take it back, and you know what? They can be happy together. She didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
All she said was like corny.
Like,
You're
it's
corny. Yeah, you're a cornball.
You're
That's
a cornball,
great.
and she's gonna be a cornball and
Harmless.
respond to the hate.
Corny. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is corny as fuck, and I love her.
Great segue. I have something to say about Taylor Swift. Okay?
She's corny.
She is a cornball, but I love her. Okay. I just need to talk about for a second.
Go.
Taylor and Travis
Kelce.
For a second. No.
Oh no! I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for it.
No,
I'm for it.
so down. Okay,
I don't actually
last
know
year,
about him.
Super Bowl, Eagles versus Chiefs.
That was really cute with the mom.
Noma was like, "Oh my god, let Travis Kelce have it," and I was like,
Give me my props. I've been saying this since we were in middle school.
I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to smash. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Stupid.
Him being with her now, I'm like, I have to have this man. Like, something about
his
him.
brother's
like,
on the Eagles, right?
Yes.
What's his brother's name again?
Jason.
And they have a podcast together.
And they have a documentary on Hulu. We should watch it.
Yeah, I remember like the mom thing was so cute.
It was cute.
She had half. Yeah. So, anyways, like obviously, every part of my Twitter feed and TikTok feed is just videos of. Did you see them in the getaway car?
Oh, I did.
And there's like all these tweets being like, Taylor is eating this up. Like there is so much. The other side of it that I'm seeing are a lot of men very angry because like NFL on their socials are like really catering to the Swifties right now because like the Swifties like tuned in to the game.
Oh, that's cute.
To see the camera pan to the box and like everybody's so hyped. Then NFL like put in their bio like Taylor was here or like
I did see
NFL
that.
Taylor's version, whatever. So all these men are like so mad and they're like, oh, this is getting like poisoned by Swifties, and they're like this girl that makes bad music because they're like idolized. They want to like suck Travis Kelce's wiener and they're just like blah blah. I love Travis Kelce, and now that we are like, and people are pranking their like guy friends or their boyfriends being like, Taylor put this guy on the map. Like, this is amazing.
I did see a tweet about that.
And all the guys are like, what are you talking about? Travis Kelce has been huge, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just annoyed because now they're turning it into I hate Taylor. Like the Swifties are ruining this, and I hate Taylor Swift. And it's like,
I just think it's funny because
she's so much more successful than him.
My thing that's funny is that this is what's so normal, not to bring it back to gender roles, but this type of scenario reversed is so accepted.
Yeah.
And guys have no problem with, and like, listen, I know Giselle wasn't as famous as Tom Brady, but like, everybody sees these women as like these men's wives, or like it's like an extension of them. And this is the first, like, and so it's like Tom Brady's more successful than Giselle. So even though she is a career, it's because of him. Same thing with like that same dynamic with Nepo babies, but that actually makes sense why that dynamic's there. But like, this is like a famous woman who is more famous than him. Doesn't mean that he didn't build up his career, but everyone's like, raw, like it looks like she made it. Where is this outcry ever when like it's like a famous woman dates a more famous man and then it's seen as like her career is thanks to him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Like you think Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise, and you think she's famous because of him. It's like, no, bitch,
absolutely.
they're both actors. Anyway, keep going.
I have nothing. I'm just like, I'm ecstatic about it. And I also want to say, like, she's been dating some effing losers recently. So I think that this is great.
This is up.
Because he is up. Like,
he's a man now.
He is talented. He
tall
is
is he?
gorgeous.
He's so hot.
How tall?
Do you know?
8,000 feet. Like,
Tall.
I don't know. Something amazing.
He's just a man.
Yeah, he is just
like,
a man.
it's so
like
epic.
Comparison of like this, and then they show a picture of Maddie Healy.
God,
and
he's
it's
so
Literally,
like,
did you see a
oh my
picture,
God.
or did you see that he,
don't
like
believe
he bought out the restaurant for
Yes!
her and stuff? Like
That's
that
right.
is so like.
Well,
I'm sorry,
I heard
I'm
that
like
she called.
no,
and
that's what
paid.
they said, but then they flipped it into that it was him that
Because
did
a
it
man has to pay.
on the first date.
I think it's funny because I am a Gaylor truther. However, I do think this is cute.
I was gonna say that it. I was
Charlie
gonna say
Claus
that.
again.
I was gonna say that
Don't forget.
it's funny because this whole
She's bi.
discussion of the Eras Tour and then like the NFL being the Eras Tour for men and then this like coinciding through Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is like
God
fully
made a
like
publicity
it's putting
stunt.
the worst people in one stadium. Like, first of all, no one will ever be able to go to a Chiefs game again, by the way. So if you don't have a season pass,
If
good
I,
luck
like-
to you.
Oh
Good
my
luck
God.
to you.
If I was,
Um,
if I lived in like Kansas City and like I was just a casual, like if this happened with the Steelers, I'd never even go to Steelers games.
But I
like,
would be
I
buying
would
my
be like,
Steelers
this is
ticket.
my fucking city.
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah,
so
that's
mad.
why they're all like
I'm a gatekeeper.
they're all like they
Yeah.
all went to like the comments and it was all like these bandwagoners.
I
I'm like,
saw,
that sucks too. But like it is funny to have this conversation now of like isn't football games just concerts for men? And like now it's fully like being put to the test. These fans going against each other and like it's gonna be catastrophic. The world's gonna end.
Well,
soon.
I saw a theory that's like Taylor is actually an Eagles fan, so
Yes, she
she's
is.
dating Travis
Yeah, I saw that
Kelce
too,
to
and
get
I
them
put a
back
like on
into
it.
the Super Bowl, and then break up with him the day of, and he's like still working hard, he's doing fine. And this was before Usher got announced for Super Bowl, and then it was like she comes on stage, she is the Super Bowl performer and plays all of Reputation, and he just like loses the game, and the Eagles win. So
That'd be
hopefully that
awesome.
happens.
I hope that happens.
Oh, whoa!
Sorry,
What's wrong
I
with
was
you?
thinking about a bagel when I spelled that.
Okay, don't do that shit.
Yeah, don't do that.
E-A-G-L-E-S
Eagles!
I feel like I wrote down the Travis Kelce thing. 'Cause I was just
Yeah,
like
I
I was
have
thinking
one.
about it and I was like, this is
Oh, I have something
so
important to tell you. Aaron.
My feral man list, Travis Kelce.
I found my credit card.
Where was it?
Under my bed.
Lauren has a Venmo teen debit card, by the way.
It's not a teen credit card. It is a debit card that I can use so I don't have to transfer my Venmo balance
You know,
to my bank
Who
account.
had those in high school? The drug dealers. I'm so serious.
Okay. You caught me.
If you have a Venmo card, you are dealing.
I'm dealing
What?
good times.
Yes.
I'm a tech person. I work in tech. I don't think I will let my kids have technology for a fucking minute. But same thing with that about like kids having iPads. No, I'm not doing that. Like when you're like, I don't know, in like 8th grade, yeah, you can have an iPad to like go on YouTube and like be a silly kid. But like, I'm
feel
sorry, developmentally, like if you're in elementary school, I'm not giving you an iPad.
I feel like at this point it's like out of our hands.
At
Like,
this
I think it's
point,
gonna
I
be
gotta
like
give my
they
kid
have
that
to have it
iPad.
for school and stuff. By
Well,
the
that-
time that we get there, they're
By
gonna
at
have
least
to need it,
at
and then they're gonna
latest
figure
6th
out a
grade.
way to get it. Like I just think that
And then like
You can
what?
do parental
Do you want your
control
kid to be like
I don't want them to be a loser, and I also don't want to be that mom that's like, no, you can't watch SpongeBob. Like, like, it's that type
Let
of thing.
him. But
But it's
SpongeBob
like-
won't even be on.
Well, yeah,
they won't
but
give
I mean,
a fuck
that
about
type of
anything I
thing.
do.
But, like, I'm like, damn, like, I'm literally like, I think I
It's
just have to make
scary.
everything else way more interesting.
That's why I probably won't have one.
As you kid. Fair enough.
I thought I had
We'll
to
see.
think about that.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
I could. This
funny,
goes into that.
Yeah.
I had a note that said, "How do we feel about getting to the age where engagement/babies isn't something that's weird anymore?"
I'm good.
I personally think my statement is that I'm excited to be go to a bunch of weddings and be a
I'm
wedding
excited.
guest. I think that will be fun.
It's,
I do
that,
think that'll be
weddings
fun.
are very
Open
fun.
I think that it would be fun.
bar.
Open bar. I can just be like.
Except none of
slay.
us are getting married soon.
I know,
Like, all
so
of
what
our
the
friends
fuck?
are not the ones that are doing this. We need
Yeah,
to
it's
make
like the
friends with
randos.
military.
I just feel
Actually,
like
they won't have an
future
open bar.
older.
I do think I'll have a couple weddings soon.
How soon?
Realistically, like
Like
people
my
you're close with.
sister-
Oh, true.
Oh, okay.
True.
And I do think some of my high school
True.
friends will get married, like, not soon. I would say, like, before 27. I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could see that. I'm
Sure.
talking about like next 3 years.
Oh,
No,
no, and I'm not going if you guys send me an invite. Are you kidding?
I'd
I
go for
have-
the drama and I'd
there's,
go
like,
to
I
three
don't
kids
want
look
to go.
pretty.
There's going to be
Married
some
this
ops
year.
there. I don't really want to go.
I'd look pretty and make fun of everyone.
I am excited to like bring a wedding guest. To, like,
What if you don't get a
go
plus
drink.
one? What if you don't get a? I'm not letting you have plus one at my wedding.
Okay, cheapo. What the fuck?
Yeah, what now? No open bar either.
No one's
No
coming to
bar.
your wedding.
BYOB.
Oh my god! If I see the words BYOB on an invitation,
No,
What?
my wedding's gonna be awesome. It's
How
gonna be
much
quick.
like
it's gonna be
I've
quick. You
never
said.
like given a wedding gift. Like, what do you think you would want?
I
for
would.
a wedding
I'll
gift?
probably want like if you could get me like
I want like kitchen stuff.
Gold bars
Yeah.
and like
You
get me a
diamond
chain.
jewelry and
just
stuff.
like a check for like $2,000, $3,000. $4,000.
Yeah.
How much is a wedding gift? Like $200.
I don't know. It depends how close you are with the person.
I feel like the closer you can go, cheaper.
Don't they usually have like registry? What is it? Like
Why?
just
What
the
the fuck
list,
would you think that?
like a registry, and I just
Yeah.
buy something off of it, and that's it. I just keep going.
Yeah, I'll send you guys my registry.
Yeah, that's it. Just like make it easy.
Yeah.
Buy me
No,
something.
but like I said, I want my wedding short. Like I want the ceremony short. I don't want anybody looking at me that long. And then like we'll party.
I was
Yeah,
like,
That's what
yeah.
I want.
That's
Like
the
I
good
want the
weddings.
party. Like
The party.
30-minute wedding reception. Little,
Yeah.
like I'm not all about that. Like
I
don't
love
be
you.
making up.
Wait, so you're not
making
gonna
out
write?
at
Are you gonna
bed.
write your own vows
I'll
and
do
like?
some vows, but like maybe yeah, I'll do some vows.
I'm gonna do the ceremonies like mixing the sand.
Fuck no. Like I'm gonna be up there, and be like, love you, and let's go.
You know what I was wondering?
Like whatever.
I would want mine outside, but that's such a risk.
It is such a risk. You got to go to like.
I'd be pissed.
Like,
I
You
think.
know.
But the thing is, like, I don't really like weddings when they're inside. But you know what's cute? Like a pavilion. Not like a cringe one, but like my cousin had one.
Like a gazebo?
it was like a pavilion on a mountain, and it was really pretty. Like I want a hybrid, an indoor outdoor.
Nice.
Okay.
Love.
I think I'm gonna elope.
Can I be in
Nice.
your wedding?
Nah,
Can
just
I
gonna
be
be
in
me
your
and my
wedding?
mom.
Oh, another question. I saw this on TikTok.
What?
If you like had bridesmaids, whatever, would you want them all to wear the same thing? Would you want them to all wear the same color palette, or would you want them to like wear different?
I think
I'd
I'd
do
give
color
them a color.
palette.
I would give them.
I would give them color because I don't really.
I don't want
them
them
all
because
wear
I
the same
can't just be
dress.
like, oh, because everybody like
Everybody's
feels
different
comfortable in
bodies.
different shit.
Yeah.
Like if somebody wants a strapless dress, get a strapless dress. Somebody doesn't, don't.
And I also like how it looks when they're all together, and it's obviously a good like a theme, but everyone did their own spin on it. I think that's really fun.
It would
Yeah.
be too cookie cutter if it was
Yeah,
like.
that's
but,
out. I think that's
also
out the
cool if you do
window.
that, Yeah.
The only time that I think that looks good is like with a black, like a little black dress or something,
Mm-hmm.
because it just like looks clean. But like I don't like it
True.
when it's like a pastel that's
Burgundy,
like
yeah.
all like classic bridesmaid dress. I don't really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a nice like my mom's wedding. She had like all her bridesmaids had like these just like pretty, like long black dresses, and I thought that looked good.
That's awesome.
It didn't work out though. So. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Anybody got a funny note?
I'll just scroll through
meant to
and close
tell
my
you
eyes.
this during my phone story. So as I'm like scrambling, get my phone out, blah blah blah. It's covered in water. I'm at the crosswalk of like Forbes and the Kathy one, like the to go cross over, like by the porch. Okay. And I'm standing there and I'm like freaking out. And I look over and this guy is there. and I know him, and it's this guy, and he like gives me a weird smile. So then I start thinking back in my head, and it's this guy freshman year, and he gave us fake IDs. Okay, wait, is this like really bad to say on the internet? I don't know. So and like we were like
you
kind of
your fakes freshman year.
Yeah,
And late.
We kind of I got them end of freshman year.
I guess our freshman year we didn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Like,
April.
Sophomore year.
of
Yeah,
high
I'm like,
school.
oh, you did. Yeah. I was going to say,
So-
how could you say that if I got it later?
Oh, true.
So he like we were like kind of friends with him. Like one time, like with my old roommate, went out to dinner with him and like his other friend, like in front, Bessie vibes only, right? And I was just like, oh, this fun guy, like whatever, like nothing, absolutely nothing, right? At the football game 2 days ago or whatever that was, okay, Jake is friends with him, just like Jake was kind of friends with MMA.
Yes.
So I think it's like that group, like that frat group that he's friends with. And he comes down and he's like, let's say his name is Matt. His name's Matt. And he was like, oh my God, I was hanging out with Matt today. And he was like, oh, is Lauren still I don't know how he knows my name because I saw him for like
Well, he had your fake ID.
for like 30 minutes at Stacked freshman year after he got his fake IDs. And he was like, is Lauren still roommates with Savannah? Because he knows Savannah dates Jake. And Jake was like, yeah. And then he was like, introduce her to me. And then Jake was like, what? And then he came down, he told me that. I was like, I'm good, actually. So then
You
after,
could have dated a felon.
I was like, I know, Bonnie and Clyde it. So then when I'm literally at my worst, like 30 minutes I have to go beat Noel and my phone might be broken, I look over and he's standing right next to me at the crosswalk.
Did he say hi?
No. He had a buzz cut, he looked great. But I'm good. So I was like, this is perfect.
Can you pull up a picture?
No.
No.
No, he doesn't exist to me.
True.
All love though.
My last thing, it is kind of back to the kids' iPad thing.
Yes.
My note says, again, because I was listening to Alex Earl's podcast and they like went to her house or something, whatever. I feel like when I get super rich, I'm gonna spoil my kids.
Yeah,
Right.
duh.
Sorry.
I'm
Like,
not making them work
I think
that.
that like this, like, it's just funny, like, putting yourself in their shoes, like, why would you not?
Yeah,
Like, literally, why would you
with
not?
Ashton Kutcher, which obviously they're under fire for a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
But like they were like, we want our kids to work, blah blah blah. I'm like,
Sure, they can work and they can know the value of being a good person, but like at the end of the day, like if I have the means to like
Why
let
the
them
fuck? Yeah.
do whatever, not do
we're
whatever,
going
but
on
like reasonably like
vacations.com.
go on vacations, like get whatever clothes you want or whatever, like
Yeah.
then why would you not like and can do it in a way, there's a way to do it where they're not going to be like spoiled rotten and like
demand shit.
demanding stuff,
Yeah.
but like you can still treat them like I think that people like rich people were kind of coerced to not be able to talk about like spoiling the kid, and I think
would
like
so
then
spoil the kid.
when she was like walking through the house and it was like, this is a beautiful house and like they have all this stuff and all that, and I was like, well, yeah, why would you not? I was like, I don't see why it started getting like weird to say that you were, because like why would you not do that to your child?
I think that I saw this one thing. Paris Jackson was actually saying this, but it made me be like, if I ever was super rich, I don't know like how long this would last, but it would be really cute where they're young. She was like, her dad, Michael Jackson, she was like, well, we had all the money in the world, so like money wasn't a problem, but it also like didn't feel real. So she was like, her dad used to make them read books as currency. So like if they wanted a toy, the toy can be $10,000 because money's not the problem. But like, then they're like, okay, well, read 2 books and then you can have it.
Right.
And I think that's a really good way of like using money in a way that like it's like not like you just have everything, because if you have everything, I feel like you don't like it as much because you feel like it's like worthless. But like if you put a worth to it, but it's not a monetary thing, I think that's such a good idea. Because like I want to spoil the fuck out of my kid, and I also don't want them to feel insecure ever about money. I never want them to worry about money.
Yeah.
So like
That's
That's
kind of what I
all
was
I
thinking
want.
too, is like, even, I don't know if I'm projecting because I'm poor right now, but I feel like even like I don't see a reality, and that's because also I don't understand money, I don't understand anything. Like I don't see a reason why I wouldn't like help my kid out. I mean,
Yeah.
like I think maybe to let them, when people are like, oh, going into like creative things, why the fuck are you in school for this, it's a waste of money type thing.
If I was
like, I feel
rich-
like if I was rich and they really wanted to do something and it was not just like bullshit, like if they were really like passionate about it, I'd just let them do it and then like help them out. Like I don't see, and it is kind of awkward looking at it from like the standpoint of like seeing students my age that do have that resource and also are like sponsored by their parents, and it's even a weird thing to talk about, but like it just makes sense. Like if you have the means to do that, I think anyone would do that for their kids. So like I don't know why it's such a thing.
Yeah.
No, I totally
It's just
agree.
hard. I mean, that is just like societally, we don't talk about money. We don't talk about a lot of things, and it becomes weird for no reason. But
Yeah.
I think that it's chill. If you're rich,
Send your kids some money.
send me money. Because I just stood up for you
What
on
are you
the
doing
internet.
with all that money in the bank? You don't need that.
You don't
Send
need
it to me.
You give it away because you're going to be taxed on it anyways. So just give it to me.
Pay me your taxes.
Exactly.
Sponsor our podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. We will have a sponsor next episode.
Who is it?
Can't tell you. Yep.
Well,
Well,
I think
guys,
that's about it.
I think that's it for us.
If you guys watch this, comment down below something that you want us to talk about.
I have so many more notes.
Wait, do you want to get into another one, or you're
It's
alright?
We never did
147.
media.
And it's also like all of my notes, like it has to be a whole different thing. They're like games. They're like activities. That it's very
Fine.
interactive.
Okay, you can't. Don't
But I
comment. I'm
can't-
turning off the comments. We have enough ideas for
Comments
next
on-
episode.
No, give more comments because they
Comments
can also
on-
be.
Comments on. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks,
Hit that
guys.
subscribe button, please, and like this video.
And share it with your family and friends.
Don't share it with anybody. Don't show anybody.
Don't tell those
Share it to the
kids
cops.
from that video.
Don't.